actually. I really like Venge against Oracle because it's so tough if the core that you're supposed to be saving gets swapped into the enemy team and away from you, and then
Yep.
you can't get there in time, and like even as you're trying to get there, the Vengeful Spirit is just walking towards you and gonna like lob a stun. So I really like Venge against saving supports.
When was it that they nerfed the Oracle ultimate range? Was that like 7.22 or something?
It was a while ago. Man, Oracle actually got a slew of nerfs, right? And I think it starts with talking about like when they removed all of the experience talents.
Yeah,
Right?
and then the gold.
Yeah, and then all the gold, and then just, and then they took some cast range off of him. Did he lose some move speed as well? Maybe not. Maybe that was not the case. As Keen, going for the Dream Protector. So this was like the hero for eHome's 2 games that they won yesterday. The Dream Protector actually looked amazing in that series, and also pretty good against the Pangolier. So definitely nice to have here.
Do you think you can run this Venge as not a support? Because AA is still super value here.
Yeah. Maybe. Then I think Newbee's draft is getting kind of weird at that point. Like, I think they just need to kind of pick up some decent cores here. They're actually just Newbee are just running the same thing, basically. They're just all right, like in time. I mean, I guess he does take out towers pretty well, so you don't have to worry as much about the living armor, but at the same time, Dream Protector is a pretty annoying hero for Lycan to play against. You're not going to buy anything, at least early, to get out of the overgrowth.
Overgrowth, yeah. And Gyro deals with all of your units really easily, especially now that the cooldown has been buffed in terms of its damage. So it lines up relatively well with Lycan's ultimate cooldown as well. So you should have it up basically every single fight. So that's what I want to see. I want to see how Gyrocopter and the Lycan ults are being used against each other.
Yeah, it does just seem like Newbee are just wanting to like play this run at you Dota again. I think I like their draft overall better this game, but at the same time, I still think Keen have the like we've been saying. I think Keen have the right tools to deal with it. So, and Keen still have the last overall pick for whatever offlane they want, I suppose. I could still see the Tide got banned. I could still definitely see something like an Underlord coming in here and being really good for Keen, right? Like Newbee are not in a position to punish Underlord in lane really all that much, and just gonna kind of ruin their game a little bit. Lina is the pick. Okay, so just Lina mid, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, she can definitely push out waves a lot easier, and it gives you that burst potential that they were lacking a little bit. You always want that against an Oracle.
Yeah, good. It's got a pretty good matchup against the Death Prophet as well. So makes sense. Gives them some other stuff to do in this game, but they are still ultimately a Lycan lineup when it really comes down to it. And I think that does mean that I prefer Keen when it comes to scaling and maybe taking this a little bit later on. But anything else other than the Underlord here that comes to mind for you as the offlaner? I guess the Centaur is still there.
Yeah, it's not great against this lineup though.
Yeah, maybe not as good.
Pause 3 Wyvern.
It has been done. It's not the craziest suggestion.
I mean, it works relatively well, right? Against the Lycan
auras
units.
and Pangolier, and yeah, I could see it. I'm down. It's like another save as well. It's more heals, more sustain, more deep push. Templar Assassin. Hello. Okay. Are they going aggro here? So they're gonna leave the Death Prophet to solo safe, TA mid, and then aggro tri-lane with the Gyrocopter and the
Maybe.
Treant? I think they're just trying to aggro the Lycan.
I suppose, but yeah, it's going to be a relatively strong lane against an Earthshaker. You know, not the greatest in lane, but we talked about it in previous series, not today, but TA against Pango doesn't feel that great.
Yeah, not a huge fan. But I guess the other thing is that they just want the matchup counter pick, right? They're like, okay, well, TA is our counter pick for Lina, and I think that the Death Prophet, I'd like to see them go aggro, but I could also just see like offlane Death Prophet, and then they just do the standard 2-1-2 and have slightly better lanes. I am a little bit upset that they don't get more like lockdown or anything. I really would have liked to see just the traditional offlane hero in this position, but maybe the improvement to their laning matchups is going to be enough to just have them win all of their lanes and just win off the back of that. I guess we'll have to see.
That we will. Man, that's a lot of games played. It's like 12,000.
Oh, was it? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at Wizard.
Yeah.
These guys have been playing the whole time. It's been like 10 years of. Well, we're coming up. It's like 9 years of Dota 2, right? And then I'm sure some of these guys were playing Dota 1 as well. Dota is a lifestyle.
It is. It is. I think there was that stat showing like when a new game drops, all of the like Counter-Strike and League and Rainbow Six and PUBG, all those numbers drop briefly while the people go and play it. Dota's doesn't change. People just play Dota. And that's
people
it.
that play Dota pretty much just play Dota, I think. There's really not a whole lot of intersection with other communities. Oh, this is bad. Wizard getting gone on YC, trying to save him. Just walk straight away from the Fissure. Good pathing, and Wizard is going to get out of there, but oof, that was a painful way to start off if you're this Pangolier.
Good Fissure save.
Yeah, for sure.
Wizard sprinting back to lane using his swashbuckle to save him a couple of seconds.
Yep. So Death Prophet and Mugi already skilling up the Feral Impulse, just trading a few hits here with his Ring of Regen. And Spirit Siphon's gonna come out. There's only 2 heroes up here for these 2 top bounties. Mugi's still chunking though. And alright, Death Prophet gives up. He's like, fine, you take that bounty, I'm gonna take this one. I didn't want to try and outclick you anyway. And that does mean it's gonna be 3 for Yakeen Gaming boys. Pretty nice
You
start.
saying Death Prophet's a big chungus? Is that what you're saying? Or
Huh?
he said he's chunking the DP. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a bit of a meme happen, but it fell flat.
It's okay. It's alright. You'll get the next one, Danog. I believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
You're tenacious.
Oh. All right. What's Faith trying to do here?
Oh. Nice block from the Death Prophet. Managed to pop the range creep, so that's gonna push this pretty much immediately, unless Mugi aggro trick, trying to get the range creep on his side dead. Spirit Siphon coming out onto Faith. And here comes the Treant Protector looking for a little bit of a turnaround. Faith might actually just be dead here. They need a Treant Protector punch and one more auto attack. There's your first blood. They were not expecting YDS to turn up at just the right time. YC is trying to drag a creep wave here, but Afu gonna try and drag in the Wild Wings. Does get a couple. This is nice. YC not really taking the best path. I think he came up this way so that he could block the camp at 1 minute as well, right? But now he's just giving them the chance to kind of deny some stuff here instead.
Man, DP's damage at level 1 is just so disgusting. That's what's great about it, why it's first pick material. You can just run it in this pos 3 roll. You can have the Spirit Siphon so you're not going to go down. Mid lane.
Oh, what the? Alright, Fissure dead. Rotation from Newbee, and that's going to get AQ a very important kill, get him a super fast bottle, and that could actually turn this mid lane matchup into something much more even, or even favored towards Lina, especially if YC decides to just keep on hanging out here. Doesn't really seem like Pangolier needs him too much at bottom. The wave's being pulled back pretty far. Afu coming over to at least be the ward, sort of, but once again, damage. He does have the refraction coming off cooldown in a second. Not opting to use it just yet. Hello? Alright, refraction's there now. They were trying to lock in, but Afu just getting auto-attacked now. AQ, tried to go for the side blades kill, almost got it. but not quite enough. And actually in the backlines, both supports trading against each other. YC does get the kill first, so he's going to profit some experience off of that, and we are back to being a 1v1 in the mid lane.
He'll take it. Every little bit counts, and immediately TPing back to fill up his bottle, being a nice support.
Okay, man, this mid lane getting very hotly contested by these supports. How's Death Prophet's actually only got 4 CS? I don't know what's been going on up here. Lots of harassment.
TA again. He just popped refraction as well. Nice body blocks.
Body blocks. Auto attack. Afu trying for the save. Stick charges. Fairy fire. Still more auto attacks. That Lina attack range is ridiculous, and the Newbee non-stop camp on this mid lane is really working for them. Mugi might be dead top though. Yeah, YDS is chasing this down, and one more nuke from the Death Prophet does it. They're now just going to look towards Faith, actually, and that should be a secondary kill. Double kill for your Death Prophet. Not doing well on CS, but more than supplementing that with kills.
Sitting on the top of the net with as your pause 3, you're always going to be happy about that. On this bot side, you've got a ranged hero going up against a melee. Yeah, you can get some right clicks in with the swashbuckle, but constant harass coming through from Erica.
Yeah, doing a good job. I guess since they don't really have kill threat because there's no support here, he just needs to push him out, maybe try and use the big camp as much as he can. Mid lane is still a 2v2. Top lane, YDS kind of going on to Faith. Who is going to be brought down here? Looks like the Treant Protector should be okay. Interesting to see Leech Seed as the build on the Treant. This was not the priority at all the other day. Death Prophet now getting got on by the Magic Missile. Does get the slow out here, but they're both extremely low to try and make anything happen. Waves pushing in. They just want that experience, as we are getting close to the 5-minute bounties, and that's going to drag these two supports away from the mid lane, perhaps. Afu still just trying to mirror YC's movements at every turn. But already a much better game for YC here on the Shaker than his previous game.
Hey, he's just stayed mid. He just wants to continue making this TA's life a living hell. And as a result, you've got Alina one full level above him. He's gotten a little bit lucky. Oh, Faith again, top side.
Yeah, but they are looking for the turnaround with the Shaker coming up here. And both of these heroes pretty low, though. Mugi, not a whole lot of damage. Might just have to try and save the Lycan. And actually still chasing, looking for this kill on the Treant Protector. Bounty runes are also here as the prize. YC, one more punch will do it. Now he grabs the bounty. Afu did rotate around for this, but won't be able to stop the Shaker. He comes up onto the high ground, but realizes that he is a little bit too late. How's mid lane going now? So 26-8 against 25-3. Pretty good, but very even.
It's going to become a factor very, very shortly.
Ooh.
Probably could use some more mana for it, but...
Yeah, YC looking for the angle. Has he been spotted? I don't think he has, actually. Afu sensing that there might be a rotation coming mid, but... Alright, now the Shaker pops out. A little bit of pressure on him. Does have the Fisher, but AQ, not really a whole lot that he can contribute, so it's just the Shaker pushing him back to the tower. Templar Assassin keeping the clarity going.
AQ's getting so lucky with these power runes as well. He's snared the first 2 of the game. And Invis and Illusion, probably not the best ones to get early on, but still, just being able to refill that bottle means that he's fighting fit against this TA.
Yeah, that's really what's keeping him... That and the ganks are keeping him even in this lane, which was supposed to be... You know, this was supposed to be the counterpick matchup for Keen. So we'll see how this comes back to bite them in the mid game. Lycan is just jungling. Mugi does seem like he's going to be going for the Dominator this time around. Wizard just going to be going for a Vlad's. So picking up all the early items, and Newbee. Different draft, but very much the same game plan this game.
Yeah, see, TA's had to rotate through the jungle. Isn't going to be doing any stacks, just taking out these creep waves before those 7-minute ones spawn. Wonder if he's going to wait until the 7-minute mark to actually finish off the rest of these.
Oh, he tried to... Oh, he stacked this one with the side trap, actually. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, also stacked this one over here, so earns himself a little trusty shovel. Trying to give some levels to Afu at mid, but with the illusion rune popped, decent damage coming in, and they are going to still look for this. A little bit difficult to find Afu. One more touch will do it. Doesn't have the edict or anything like that. And Laguna Blade brings him down easily. YDS is going to try and defend this a little bit. AQ quite low, but does have some bottle sips and some tread toggling to be okay.
I see. He's in pretty deep, and you've got a Treant Protector that's going to be able to turn around in this.
Oh, he's got the, he's got his Fissure, and he's got the Lina kind of protecting him. Yi just trying to go in with the side blade, still just clearing camps. We do also have Mugi moving into position here. Very aggressive rotation from Newbee wanting to take out this mid-tier 1 tower, though. Keen seemingly not going to let this happen. YC in deep, and Erica also rotating to make sure that they can defend this mid-tier 1 tower. Pangalier's even walked over, Wizard wanting to get involved. Man, both teams are super hungry for some mid lane fighting.
Helmadom finished up by Mugi this time.
Exorcism meanwhile gets popped top, and Death Prophet just takes out the tier 1 while everybody's busy mid.
Oh, here we go.
Alright, need to get the Centaur into position. They've got the Rolling Thunder as well. Can they get the initial lockdown? There's the Fissure. Follow-up stun a little bit off the mark. Centaur stomp finally there. They put the sentry down, but can they actually kill this Templar Assassin? Not the chain stun that they needed. TA gets another refraction up. Now they just chase down AQ. He's dead on this side. Another meld is going to keep the Templar Assassin A-okay. This side trap definitely needed to be popped when Mugi walked past. I think that could have actually been a kill on the Lycan if they had popped that trap appropriately, but instead looks like he will be able to walk away, and overall just a bunch of ultimates traded, and only the Lina going down, tier 1 mid still being held onto by Keen.
Yeah, going in way too deep, not even taking that tier 1, as you said, before they're able to make any sort of rotation. Makes them lose a lot of control. You don't want to be taking tower hits in the middle of a team fight at minute 9. And no faith with them either, so they didn't have any Vengeance Aura or Minor Summon to assist them.
Yeah, and YC in very deep here does not have his TP scroll. Fisher gonna buy him a few more seconds, but he is looking very, very dead. I mean, he's still pretty fast. Outpost is getting capped by Faith at the same time. Instead, they have to just go for the Vengeful Spirit. Is Faith even dead? Hello? Alright, they just want the Outpost back. Can they get top Outpost? Alpha's trying to sneak it. I don't think he's quite there in time. Nah, too slow. Instead, YDS just going to go in here, snag the bounty, and it looks like it is going to be 3 bounties for the Keen side. Both games, it feels like Keen actually haven't had to do all that much other than just kind of farm and fight. They haven't been, just because of the nature of the lineups, both games, they haven't really been under any pressure to make proactive moves to like take towers or force fights. Like both games they've had the inevitability, right? So all they really have to do is just keep getting their items, and all of the pressure is on Newbee to make these rotations and execute successfully, which has been met with mixed results. I would say that, Keen, they were pretty proactive in ganking a Dazzle and stuff like that in the previous game, but
yeah, and that's what makes that previous engagement and the failure of it such a huge deal for them. You don't want to be popping your first big Lycan ultimate and getting absolutely nothing from it other than losing your Lina, who up until that stage had dominated the mid lane.
Well, they're trying it mid again, but Death Prophet holding them back, just spamming it out. AQ sitting back here, taking some pot shots. They are going to get the swap back into the stun. Nicely done. Death Prophet's tanky, but not tanky enough. And that will be a quick kill for Newbee, and they will finally get rid of this pesky tier 1 tower at the mid, and at the same time they get the tier 1 tower bottom, though TA able to walk in and get the deny at mid.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like, it's pretty risky play, but worth it when you consider you're coming up against this sort of snowbally lineup. But that was a much more measured response. You don't need to dive past the tier 1 tower at this point of the game. You've got the stronger lineup, you've got the backup, and you've got a Lycan pushing the other lanes. So it was a comfortable take for him.
In fairness, that dive was supposed to go way better. They just missed like 2 stuns on the TA. Like they just did not chain their disables properly at all, because I think they were thinking Fissure into LSA, and then the LSA missed, so they had to try and use the stomp, and it was just it all got very ugly very quickly. And with those towers taken down, Newbee will be taking back the net worth lead just by a tiny bit here. Lina is Lina is going.
I was about to comment on it.
Yeah, Lina's going Deso first. All right, that's Roshan taking. That's sieging for sure, and it tells you everything you need to know about Newbee's game plan here, for sure. YC gonna get gone on up top. Don't think there's really any way out for him here. Yeah, quick kill.
Even just going the broom handle, the attack damage, when you might think as Alina you might want to have the keen optic just to be able to stay out on the map for a little longer.
Yeah, I guess the keen optic is super value on
Venge.
On oh yeah, sorry, on Venge. And then we've got the Ocean Heart on Lycan. All right, I guess why not? Still a little bit away from our next round of neutral items. And on the other side, we've got a keen optic on Oracle. We've got Shovel for the Death Prophet. Very nice, actually. The bonus health definitely going to come in handy. And Arcane Ring for Mr. Treant Protector, as Newbee moving into position on this bottom tier 2. There is the Exorcism available for the Death Prophet, so could either look to fight or maybe try and take a trade here, though Shaker is hanging on to this top tier 2 tower, and
look at this courier underneath just trying to deliver something through the tree. They found him though.
Oh, Treant Protector caught out, does get the overgrowth off. Can they get any kind of a turnaround? YDS still surviving. Mugi gonna be forced to pop the ultimate. YDS not dead yet. Wizard with the Rolling Thunder is locking down this Death Prophet, swapping her further out of position. Afu was trying to come in for the save, but now he is in big trouble, and that is a double kill for Mugi. Not the best execution there from Keen, and they're also gonna lose their tier 2 tower for that.
Just a little bit disjointed, you feel, if the Exorcism was available for another couple of seconds.
And TA is blocked in. Nice stun lands from AQ, coming in with the auto attacks. YC trying to close the gap just to get this Echo Slam off, perhaps. Another stun, does get the refraction up and gets the blink away. So he's going to be okay.
But yeah, those are the sorts of engagements you want to be taking. They get the tier 2 as well. Force out the glyph on top of that, so mid becomes much more takeable, although you have to wonder when they're going to start putting pressure on this top tier 1, considering that opens up the Roshan a lot more for them.
Yeah, that does feel like they're going to have to take that out eventually. Does Lina have... Okay, Lina's got almost the Deso, just going to go Deso 4-staff this game. What else is everyone else going for? I mean, Venge not going to get a whole lot of items. Shaker, of course, going Blink. We got the Vlads and the Pango. He's just going for a Lotus next. Deal with some of these stuns. Deal with Overgrowth, I suppose. Treant Protector getting found out. Just going to try for the TP up, but Wizards got him locked well in position. So YDS about to be brought down. And Newbee really... They are finding the momentum here, though still going to be difficult to push into the high ground against the Treant Protector, especially with the maxed out Nature's Grasp.
Alright, well, there's that Deso. Wait, did they get all of them? Alright, so they got 3 out of their 4 neutral items in the first 25 seconds that they could, which is pretty damn value.
Pretty nice. Were they killing Ancients? Is that...
Lina was.
Okay. Yeah, so that's always going to be kind of part of it. YDS is just going for a Meteor Hammer. They do have the Clumsy Net on the Templar Assassin. I've seen this item be insanely value for this hero, or even any of the like Blink Big Burst heroes that would something like an Anti-Mage. Clumsy Net's actually really interesting. And alright, Newbee into the pit. They've got a ton of minus armor with the Wave, with the Deso, with the Howl. And that's going to be a super fast Roshan, and that does get passed over to the Lina. AQ #1 on net worth, and Newbee really starting to hit their timings, and only going to get better once they get this Blink Dagger on the Shaker. They got a... So Radiant need to take over their jungle a little bit again. They've got two wards out here on the far side, but nothing covering, nothing covering these sort of entrances. I guess they do have some traps around the place.
Wasey about to hit one of his key timings too. That Blink Dagger just this creep wave away. So it's the real strength coming through right now for Newbee.
Yeah, and Manta, Lina is absolutely melting these towers. I mean, it is just a tier 1, and it's only level 2 living armor, but still, Keen getting denied time and time again, trying to take out this mid tier 1 tower. Just can't really commit all that much. I think this is still the right way to be playing. I haven't even checked in on the Gyrocopter for a while. Erica's just been trying to farm up this Aghanims. Still taking him a while. Keen splitting the farm among all 3 cores and are just going to pop the Exorcism to push out this bottom tower. Unfortunately, it's only the level 1 Exo. But they are going to go and threaten the tier 2 a little bit at the same time. Newbee poking and prodding at this tier 2 top, and they've got the Necrobook with a decent duration to try and go a little bit further. They are going to threaten the high ground for sure to force the these Keen Gaming heroes back.
I mean, why not? You don't have Exorcism. You've got a full Aegis. You've got this massive push lineup and a Desolator.
Nature's Grasp is going to slow this down a little bit, but Faith is already there. They've got the Vision straight into the swap. Tier 3 already being melted. The Vision is going to be pinged out, but this Rax is just absolutely melting, and it's taking hardly any commitment from them at all. Way too much damage. Gyrocopter trying to TP out here at bottom. Hasn't been spotted just yet. Wizard is now going to see him, but too late to interrupt the TP. And I think they're hoping to find a fight at top, but Keen just completely giving away that lane of Rax.
Yeah, they don't want to take any sort of team fight, at least until this Agceptor's finishing up on this Gyrocopter, but at the end of the day, it's a farming item. It's not really team fight, at least until you get some form of lifesteal.
Yeah. Well, this is where we start to see the problem of not having a traditional offlane hero, right? They just don't have a way to start a fight when Newbee come knocking with all of their heroes. We'll have to see what they can do at some of these later defenses. Wizard. Oh, a Courier almost died there off of the side blades. And now the Clumsy Net, he's actually not going to be able to get the Rolling Thunder off right away. Does still manage to cap the outpost. Fight getting split up, though. They're trying to join their teammates, but Mugi with the shapeshift swap in from Faith. Too much damage for the Death Prophet to sustain, and Mugi's looking for more. He spots Afu, and that looks like a tasty morsel. He can't do the auto-attacking, but his creep certainly can. And that's a double kill there as AQ just keeps on working the tower. He's even got a double damage bottled. This game could be over shortly, Danog. I don't know how Keen defend this. They've already used their overgrowth. Gyro's coming back.
Yeah, they've finally got that Agceptor finish now, but I don't know, I'm not feeling it for him.
Yeah, I mean, we still haven't even seen the jump from Wisey. He may not even need to use the Echo Slam this game. The cooldowns coming in, they are slowing down Newbee somewhat. Aegis still healthy, a minute and 20 seconds remaining, and now they get the stun onto the Templar Assassin. They will lose the Terrain Protector, swap out on the TA. This damage is huge. Great save from Afu. Can they actually keep the TA alive is the question. He just needs to fight his way out of this one. Death Prophet in on the front lines, but AQ is doing way too much damage. Ultra kill already. He gets the Rampage denied as Wizard finishes off the kill with the Swashbuckle, but DD Lina with all that minus armor hits pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, 300 damage, Lina hitting with Desolator and all that other Ionus armor massively rapidly with the fiery soul stacks.
Yeah, I have the fight recap here. I don't know, I can't actually see what the actual number is, but Lina did far and away the most damage. So the damage done was 10.7k total, and it looks like Lina was like 90% of that. So that was scary, and it turned out that this time around, Newbee with a similar lineup, but I think a much, probably better execution, and I would say overall maybe even a little bit of a better draft. They're gonna take the win here, and they're gonna tie it up 1-1 this time around. Keen not gonna get away with the greed, and maybe just didn't have the heroes, didn't get out of the lanes in a good enough position. I don't know.
I think it can be put on Newbee as well that they just drafted a little better. Not having that Venomancer is a reason it's not quite in the meta anymore. So yeah, good turnaround, good learning experience from them, and we're sitting at 1-1 right now. Yeah,
I was just like, where was Gyrocopter that whole game? Erica ends the game 0-0-3, 5k hero damage done. Just felt like they realized with their lineup and in the position that they were in that they really just couldn't take a single fight. I think they were hoping that they would be able to defend the high ground and like get an overgrowth off and maybe take the fight that way. But the damage coming out of Newbee was just insane.
It just came way too quickly. And, I'm sure if this was a pub, the Gyro would be typing, "Oh my god, team, stop feeding," Right. But there's only so much you can do against this full Death Ball lineup. Lycan
didn't even have boots, right? Just Necrobook, Dominator, easy.
Don't need him.
Yeah. Who needs boots? Anyway, so that takes us to a game 3. Maybe we'll be seeing something like the Lycan getting banned out. I'm sure we've got some more interesting twists and turns in the draft. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you back here in just a couple of minutes.